YouTube channel Lingareddy Chemistry JEE NEET Class 12 Chapter Solutions. Today topic is molarity and normality. Molarity. Molarity is denoted by capital M. Definition. The number of moles of solute dissolved in 1 liter of solution. If you take the formula, capital M equal to N by V. Here N is number of moles of solute, V is volume of solution in liters. Okay, from definition you can write this formula. You can see here number of moles of solute, number of moles of solute upon volume of solution. Okay, in the percentage also we written like that only, solute upon solution. Okay, similarity is there, solute upon solution, right? Units, moles per liter, moles per liter. Next, molarity. This formula we can expand like this: weight of solute by gram molecular weight of solute into 1000 by V in ml. What is this V? Here V is the volume of solution, volume of solution. This formula is nothing but M equal to N by V only, but here N is moles. What is the mole formula? Mass by molar mass, mass by molecular weight. So that's only here. Okay, N value into 1 by V. V was in liters here, but when you are taking in the ml, you have to multiply with 1000. Okay, from this small formula we expanded like this. Now this M equal to, we can write W by GMW into 1000 by V, same formula here, in ml, V in ml. Now weight of solute equaled, this formula it is not new, this formula came from this only. Okay, this W equal to, of course these values will go here, right? One formula you have to remember, that's enough. For dilution process, M1V1 equal to M2V2. Here we can say this one is initial concentration and volume, this one is the final concentration and volume. Okay, for dilution, whenever you are neutralizing the solution, neutralizing generally acid and base we will use. So M1V1 by N1 equal to M2V2 by N2. Okay, for mixed solution molarity, M1V1 plus M2V2 plus dash 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 by MV1 plus V2 plus dash dash dash. Okay, I will give one example here for dilution. Generally in the chemistry lab, in the laboratory we will take we will use generally 0.1 m concentration we will use. Okay, but while we are purchasing from the market, we will bring that each one is at least 5 m molarity, 5 m molarity, that is concentrated solutions we will bring, but while using we are using diluted. Okay, so 5 m concentrated we are bringing to lab, but while using 0.1 m. So how to make this 0.1 m? Suppose you want to make 0.1 m 1 liter solution, you want to make it, then how much volume you have to take? Just you apply this formula. So this one is the initial, this one is the final. Okay, initial concentration 5 into X equal to initial concentration, final concentration 0.1 into 1 liter, then X equal to 0.1 by 5 Okay, what it will be, I can write 1 by 2 means 1 by 5 means 0.2, that means 0.02 liters. It is nothing but 20 ml. Okay, that means more concentrated, 5 molarity concentrated HCl, if you take 20 ml, then make it up to 1 liter, then your concentration will be 0.1. Okay, this is the dilution process. Next, see, next for neutralization reaction, generally we will use acid plus base. I am taking one example here. NaOH plus H2SO4 is gives rise to Na2SO4 plus 2H2O. Right? Now, I am taking this is the total A for acid, it is B for base. So it is A for acid, it is the B for base. Now, in the balancing equation, 2 moles of NaOH is there. Right. Now, what is M1 V1? Suppose you have the information about H2SO4. H2SO4 का M1 तो 1m था, then V1 is 1 liter, then N1 or Na, we can say Ma, Va and Na. What is Na here? Number of moles. Na is number of moles in balanced equation. Balanced equation. Right. What about B? So B ka concentration, okay, we know that B also 1m concentration. Then VA we don't know, we are calculating. So X. So VB, okay, VB we are calculating. Then NB will be from the balancing equation, that is 2. Then you put it these values here, you will get how much NaOH is required to neutralize 1m concentrated 1 liter H2SO4. Okay, see, I am taking here H2SO4 is there. This H2SO4 quantity 1 liter, it is labeled as 1m. Okay, to neutralize this, how much NaOH required? How much NaOH required to neutralize? So this formula you can use. So I am substituting here these values. So the first one, 1 into 1 by 1 equal, these are the base values, M2, that means MB, 1 into X upon 2, that means here 2, X equal to 2, that means 2 liters of NaOH is required. We know that from the balancing equation also, if concentration is same, because 1 H2SO4 required 2 NaOH, so 1 liter H2SO4 required 2 liter NaOH. We got the answer also same. Okay, this is the process. Next, mixed solutions. Suppose we have the concentration 0.1 mHCl, 1 liter is there, 0.5 mHCl, again 1 liter is there. If you add these two, how much the resultant concentration? Of course the volume will be 2 liters, so concentration kitna hai? Okay, so you can calculate by this formula. Just you have to substitute those values. You take it, these all are 1 1 1, these all you can take it 2 2, M1 V1 then plus M2 V2 by V1 plus V2. The resultant solution concentration you will get it. Next, molarity formula. Number of moles of solute equaled molarity into volume of solution. This formula is not new. m equal to n by v, already we know that, that implies n equal to m into v, that is only here molarity into volume of solution in liters. Next, number of millimoles of solute equal to molarity into volume of solution in ml. See here number of moles, here number of millimoles, that means 1/1000th part. See here liter, this is in ml, again it is also 1/1000th part. Okay, so in 1 liter how many moles of solute is there, that is molarity. If you take just 1 ml, in 1 ml how many millimoles are there, millimoles, that is the molarity. Okay, just directly proportional. Molarity is inversely proportional to volume. Yes, of course, again you can write the formula m equal to n by v. Of course, m is inversely proportional to volume. Then molarity changes with temperature because volume depends on temperature. Yes, obviously when temperature is rising, volume also will be rise. Okay, so with rise in temperature volume increases, with fall in temperature volume decreases. Everyone, you know this. With increase in temperature molarity decreases. See again, m inversely proportional to v, while temperature is rising v will be rise, then m will be decrease. Okay, so with decrease in temperature molarity will be increase. So finally molarity is dependent on the temperature. Next, some important points. Decimolar, in the numerical sometimes they don't give the values, they will give in the words decimolar concentration. That means you have to know deci means 0.1 molar, centimolar 0.01 molar, millimolar 0.001 molar. Okay, next semimolar 0.5 molar, decamolar, that means 10 molar. So these are the values in the class 11th as well in the mathematics, physics also you learn these numericals. You have to remember this. What is meant by 1 m NaOH? That means 1 mole of NaOH is present in 1 liter solution. That 1 mole means 40 grams. How you got it 40 grams? Na plus oxygen plus hydrogen atomic masses 23 plus 16 plus 1, that equal to 40. 1 mole, that is molar mass. What happens to the molarity of solution if the solution is heated? Similar question, just now we saw that when temperature is rising volume will be raised, so molarity will be decreased. Which of the following are correct statement? See, V inversely proportional, temperature also inversely proportional, so both A and B is the answer. Next, normality. So in the normality we will use equivalent weight. First you have to know that equivalent weight. Equivalent weight of substance expressed in grams is known as gram equivalent weight. Gram equivalent weight or gram equivalent or equivalent. 3 words are there. Gram equivalent weight, gram equivalent, or only equivalent. These all meanings are same. The weight of the substance that combines or displays with 1 gram of hydrogen or 8 gram of oxygen or 35.5 gram of chlorine is known as equivalent or equivalent weight. So how can you define? 1 gram of oxygen is combining with some X element. Okay, how much X is reacting with 1 gram of hydrogen? that mass is known as equivalent weight. Now, equivalent weight of an element, equivalent weight of hydrogen equal to weight of the element upon weight of hydrogen into 1. See, actually 1.008, but we can take averagely 1, that is enough. See, equivalent weight of hydrogen. Equivalent weight of oxygen equaled weight of the element by volume of the hydrogen at STP in ml into 11,200 ml. So, number of gram equivalents equaled weight of the substance in grams by equivalent weight. See here the definitions. 1 gram of hydrogen, with 1 gram of hydrogen, how many grams of oxygen is reacting? Not only oxygen, any other elements. Okay, with 1 gram of hydrogen, how many grams of this X is reacting? That is only known as equivalent weight. See here in the equation, 2 gram of hydrogen reacting with 16 gram of oxygen and forming 18 grams of water, right? But 1 gram of hydrogen reacting with 8 gram of oxygen, right? So here 8 gram is equivalent weight of oxygen, equivalent weight of oxygen. Similarly, with chlorine, hydrogen reaction with chlorine forming HCl. See, 2 grams of hydrogen reacting with 71 gram of chlorine forming some X. That means 73 grams of HCl is forming. Now the definition is, with 1 gram of hydrogen, how many grams of chlorine is reacting? 35.5. Just you can see by 2 I did. With 2 grams 71 means with 1 grams 35.5. So this 31.5 gram is chlorine equivalent mass. Chlorine equivalent mass. You are taking in the gram, that's why gram equivalent mass you can say. Similarly, while hydrogen reacting with magnesium is forming magnesium hydride, 2 gram is reacting with 24 grams, so 1 gram is reacting with 12 grams. So 12 gram is the magnesium equivalent mass, 12 gram. Okay, so final conclusion is 1 gram of hydrogen, either it may be displace or it may be react. Okay, so how much X is required to react with 1 gram of hydrogen, or how much substance is required to liberate 1 gram of hydrogen, that is known as equivalent mass. Okay, so now you can take not only hydrogen, you can take 8 gram of oxygen also, you can take it as equivalent mass. See in the next. In case of magnesium example, the magnesium is reacting with hydrogen 24 gram with 2 grams, so 1 gram is reacting with 12 gram, that's why 12 gram is the equivalent mass, right? So if you take about oxygen, magnesium plus oxygen is giving magnesium oxide. See, 24 gram of magnesium reacting with 16 gram of oxygen. But according to definition, which is reacting with 8 gram of oxygen, that is known as equivalent mass. With 8 gram, the magnesium is required here 12 grams. So the 12 gram is equivalent mass. See, here also 12 grams, here also 12 grams. That means you can define the X is which is reacting with either 1 gram of hydrogen or 8 gram of oxygen or 35.5 gram of chlorine. This is known as equivalent mass. Okay, got it now? Equivalent mass means, okay, once again you can see here volume. So volume में how to take? See, again I am taking here H2 plus half O2 is gives rise to H2O. Okay, here I want to calculate oxygen का equivalent mass. What is the formula? Weight of the element. How much weight? See here, 2 grams reacting with 16 gram oxygen and forming 18 grams. So according to this formula, 16 gram of oxygen is used upon volume of hydrogen at STP 2 gram. 2 gram means how much? 22.4 liters volume. So in ml I have to take, so 22,400 ml into 11,200 by 2, that means 16 by 2, that means 8. Okay, so formulas we can write many types of formulas. So conclusion is only one thing: the substance which is reacting with 1 gram of hydrogen is known as equivalent mass, or 1 gram liberating, that mass also is known as equivalent weight. Okay, next, equivalent weight of acid. How can you calculate for acids? So acid के लिए different है, base के लिए different है, for salt also different, for oxidizing and reducing agents also different. Okay, now for equivalent weight of acid equal formula weight or molecular weight upon basicity. Here one new point, basicity. See, for acids we will call it is basicity, for bases we will call acidity. Okay, now what is that basicity? Number of replaceable hydrogens of acid is called basicity. Number of replaceable hydrogens, it is nothing but it is react with how many moles of NaOH. See, suppose I am writing here H2SO4 react with NaOH is giving Na2SO4, right? One H2SO4 will react with 2 NaOH. That means H2SO4 can neutralize 2 bases. H2SO4, one H2SO4 can neutralize 2 NaOH. So that is the reason H2SO4 का basicity is 2. Basicity of H2SO4 is 2. That means it will neutralize 2 moles of NaOH, or 2 replaceable hydrogens are there. See the structure, if you see the structure as double bond O, OH, here also OH. This hydrogen can replace by sodium. That's why our formula is coming like this, Na2SO4. Okay, now so for HCl, what will be the answer? HCl के लिए HCl replaceable hydrogen only 1 hydrogen, that's why by 1, 36.5 by 1, that equal 36.5 only for HCl. Then for H2SO4 you can see here 2 hydrogens are there by 2. Molecular mass of H2SO4 is 98 by 2, that means answer will be 49. H2SO4 का equivalent mass is 49, right? For H3PO4, see the first of all you see the formula here, the structure. This is H3PO4, H3PO3, H3PO3, H3PO2. Here number of oxygens are decreasing one by one. See the structure, H3PO4 का structure is like this. P double bond O, OH, OH, OH. 3 OH groups are there. So here replaceable hydrogens are 3. Replaceable hydrogens are 3. 3H. Here replaceable hydrogens are only 2. Only 2. Here replaceable hydrogens are only 1. Sir, what about this hydrogen? Yes, this hydrogen cannot replace because it is directly connected with the central atom. Okay, when it is replaced easily with more electronegative atom, if hydrogen is there, okay, partially negative, partially positive, the electrons are near to the more electronegative atom, so easily this hydrogen can liberate, okay, release. So that is the reason wherever OH is there, so that H will be removing. Okay, don't fall in that. Suppose, sir, what about NaOH? Okay, beta NaOH में Na plus OH is there. Okay, here तो bond तो है ही नहीं, just it is ionic attraction. In the polar solvent, Na plus OH minus, it is getting separate. Okay, it is not covalent bond, right? So we are talking about in the covalent molecules. Now what about this basicity? These all are basicities. Acid के लिए होता है basicity. Basicity 3, basicity 2, basicity 1. Now you see that molecular mass H3PO3, okay, by 2, 98 by 2, 49. H3PO4, 98 by here H3PO2, it is the structure H3PO2, one oxygen is less, okay, by 1, that is 98. If you take H3PO4, that is M by 3, that means 98 by 3. Now what about H2C2O4? First you have to know the structure. It is oxalic acid, COOH, COOH, okay, H2C2O4. Here replaceable hydrogens are 2, so by 2, so your answer will be 45. Next, if you understanding this acid, base is similar. E base, equivalent weight of base, equal to formula weight of base upon acidity of base. Acidity of base. What is acidity? The number of replaceable hydroxyl group of base is called acidity. Hydroxyl group, suppose magnesium hydroxide is there. This magnesium hydroxide will react with 2 moles of HCl and forming magnesium chloride plus H2O, right, 2H2O. See, 1 magnesium hydroxide will react with 2 moles of HCl. Okay, इसका acidity is 2. इसका acidity is 2. That means this base is react with 2 moles of acid. Or we can say OH, 2 OH is replaced by chlorines. So replaceable hydroxyl group. Replaceable hydroxyl groups. Okay, that is acidity of base. Now some examples. Barium hydroxide, you can see there OH taken twice. Total mass upon 2. Ferric hydroxide, there are 3 replaceable hydroxyl groups. Then equivalent weight of salt. Equivalent weight of salt. See the formula. For salt, formula weight of the salt upon total charge of the cation or anion of the salt. Any one you have to take, either cation or anion. Okay, you will see some examples. Potassium dichromate. Potassium dichromate के लिए change in oxidation number. See here salts. I will give some examples here. NaCl, Na plus Cl minus, so that is 1. Magnesium chloride, that is 2. because magnesium plus 2, here Cl minus. Either you take cation or anion. Now suppose if you take Al2O3, it will be 6 aluminum plus 3. Total 2 aluminums are there, that is plus 6. If you take oxygen, each oxygen 2, total 3 oxygens, total 6. So like this you have to take, right? Equivalent weight of reducing agent. E reductant equal formula weight of reductant upon electrons lost by reductant. Reductant generally reducing agent. Reductant means reducing agent. Reducing agent. Reducing agent generally lose the electrons. Suppose magnesium is there. Magnesium will lose the electrons and undergoing itself oxidation. So how many electrons it is losing? These electrons we have to take here. Example, Morse salt. Morse salt is common name. Actually it is ferrous ammonium sulfate. The formula is FeSO4 ammonium sulfate. See here it is also known as double salt. It is also double salt. Double salt means two salts are present. One is ferrous sulfate, the other one is ammonium sulfate. See here formula weight is 392. This is acting as a reducing agent. Here Fe plus 2 is converting into Fe plus 3. That means 1 electron variation is there. 1 electron variation. So the Morse salt equivalent weight equal 392 by 1. That equal 392 only. Next example 2. Na2S2O3 reaction with I2 forming Na2S4O3. This is sodium thiosulfate. This is also known as hypo, common name. Okay, here sulfur oxidation number 2 plus 2 plus 1, that means 1 electron variation is there. So here also the equivalent weight equal 248 by 1. See I can explain like this. See Na2S2O3 reaction with I2 forming Na2S4O6. Okay, then you calculate oxidation number. Sulfur oxidation number I am taking here X, sodium plus 1, oxygen minus 2. Then total equal to 0. Plus 2 sulfur X means that is 2X, oxygen minus 2, total 3 oxygens, that is minus 6 equal to 0. Then 2X minus 4 equal to 0. Then X equal to 2. Similarly here sodium plus 1, oxygen minus 2, sulfur we don't know, take it as X. Then each sodium plus 1 means 2 sodiums plus 2, sulfur X means total sulfur 4X, each oxygen minus 2 means total oxygen minus 12, that equal to 0. Then 4X minus 10 equal to 0, X equal to 2.5. See here oxidation number 2 to 2.5. How much difference? 0.5. 0.5 by each sulfur. So how many sulfurs are there? 2 sulfur. That means 0.5 into 2, that equal to 1 electron variation. Okay. So equivalent weight क्या होगा भाई? Equivalent mass equal molecular mass upon 1. Okay. Next, equivalent compound in a disproportionation reaction. Do you know the disproportionation reaction means? A single atom undergoing oxidation as well as reduction. Suppose here P4, 2 moles of P4 is changing into H2PO2 minus plus 4 moles of PH3. Okay, P4 here 4 moles. Okay, so of course in the presence of NaOH. So this phosphorus undergoing oxidation as well as reduction. Here it is oxidation, 0 oxidation number here, minus 4 minus 3, that means plus 1, here minus 3. 0 to plus 1, that means oxidation. 0 to minus 3, that means reduction, electron received. So a single element undergoing oxidation as well as reduction is known as disproportionation reaction. For this type of disproportionation reaction, how to calculate equivalent mass? See here, P4 0 to 4 moles H2PO2 minus. Here how many electrons changing? Each phosphorus 1 electron change, total 4 electrons changing. In the second one, each phosphorus 0 to minus 3, 3 electron change, total 12 electrons change, total 12 electrons, because each phosphorus 3 electron. Now equivalent weight equal, for first case, molecular weight of P4 by 4, first case. Then in second, molecular weight of P4 by 12. See here, 2 times we are taking 2 moles P4. 1 P4 is converted into plus 1, 1 P4 is converted into minus 3. Minus 3 case में 12 electrons variation. When it is changed to plus 1, 4 electrons. So we are doing the sum. The sum is, after solving this, we are getting 41.33. Okay, phosphorus equivalent mass in disproportionation reaction is 41.33. Okay, like this you have to solve. Normality. So the definition, number of gram equivalents of solute present in 1 liter of solution. See, molarity में क्या था? The number of moles of solute for molarity. For molarity, number of moles. Here gram equivalents of solute present in 1 liter of solution. Then see the formula here, normality equal to weight of the solute by gram molecular. Instead of gram molecular, here gram equivalent weight into 1000 by V. So for dilution, N1V1 equal to N2V2. So this normality I can write it again. Normality equal, see the normality and molarity. Molarity equal to N by V. So this N by V I can write it mass of solute upon gram molecular weight into 1000 by V. This is the molarity. Normality, N equivalent upon V. So N equal mass of solute by, see here gram molecular mass, here gram equivalent weight into 1000 by V. Only this is the difference. Okay, we know that what is gram equivalent weight? Gram equivalent weight equal to gram molecular weight upon Z. Z means N factor or Z factor, we can say. For acid different is there, for base, for, okay, this is the different is there, N factor, or we can say it is the valency also, one type of. Okay, so if you put this value here, N equal mass upon gram equivalent के जगह पे we can write gram molecular weight by Z into 1000 by V. That means N equal M into Z, right? This Z will go up. So this much is known as molarity. This is the molarity into Z. So the final conclusion is normality equal to molarity into Z. What is Z? The Z is Z factor, we can say. Z factor or N factor, we can say. For acidity, for basicity, for salt, reducing agent, oxidizing agent, it is a different. Already just before we discussed. Okay, in the next class we will discuss about molarity.